What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing well today. And to all my new supporters joining us, welcome to the family. I hope you all enjoyed this video today just as much as myself, because I actually noticed this video recommended on my YouTube channel a few days ago, but I was not home and I had to just save it to the watch later. I was like, I gotta watch this as soon as I get back home, man. I gotta see what my supporters think about this. I don't know if any of you know about this, but it did say it had almost, 1.5 million views. And I'm late. I'm like 2-3 days late to this, man. And I'm very curious to see how this went. Everyone, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. So apparently, let me go ahead and readjust myself. A few days ago, Canada's new PM Carney spoke on the phone with my former president, Donald J. Trump. I'm actually curious to see what words were exchanged and how this conversation went. Hopefully it went well and they were able to talk some things out, understand each other a little bit better maybe. That's what I'm hoping for. Or maybe things could have gone worse and some rude words were exchanged on this phone call, which I hope not. But I'm actually curious, why did they speak on the phone rather than in person? Is it really that hostile between them? Why didn't they just meet up in person? Or is Carney not coming to the US and Trump's just not going to Canada? They're both being petty. I don't blame them. They're both being petty, so they just wanted to talk it out on the phone. Let's jump right into this video. I am fiending to watch this video. Oh my goodness.
Tuesday, I had a very constructive call with President Trump, and we agreed to meet next Tuesday in Washington.
I spoke too soon. We got to stay up to date with this now. Well, we were staying up to date with this all along, but we really got to stay up to date with this. They will be meeting next Tuesday. All right. Today is currently Sunday, so we got 2 days, man.
Our focus will be on both immediate trade pressures and the broader future economic and security relationship between our two sovereign nations.
Yes.
My government will fight to get the best deal for Canada. We will take all the time necessary, but not more, in order to do so. In parallel, we will strengthen our relationships with reliable trading partners and allies. Canada has what the world needs, and we uphold the values the world respects.
What specifically do you want to get out of your first in-person meeting with President Trump, and will you be focused on trying to get the tariffs lifted?
Thank you for the question. For the first meeting, as I mentioned in my remarks, and the President and I discussed when we had our constructive call, there are two sets of issues. There are the immediate tariffs, both sectoral and so-called reciprocal and fentanyl tariffs, and then there is the broader relationship. So addressing both sets of issues. We'll see how that progress goes. It's important to get engaged immediately, which has always been my intention, has always been his intention, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity for quite a comprehensive set of meetings that will take place on Tuesday.
Okay. He said meetings with the S at the end. I was going to say, Carney is going to take way more than one meeting with Trump. It's going to take way more than one meeting with Carney. And this is me speaking to Trump as well. They're not letting up easy, neither one of them. And he's proven Canada's strength right now, man. They don't need us. They really don't. Now, I know he says that we may not need them, but we need their supplies, we need their materials, we need their resources, their water. We need it all. And better yet, who doesn't want to have Canada as a friend? Everyone loves Canada. Come on. Let's not ruin what we have going on. Oh, too late. Too late. Yeah, it's going to take more than one meeting if we want to resolve these issues. We can't just sweep this under the rug. They're not just going to shake hands and agree to be friends after that meeting or several meetings that they may have on Tuesday. No. This Tuesday coming up? Definitely not. I mean, do you guys feel different? You feel like there may be a chance that they shake hands and come to some sort of agreement? Because I don't. I'm sorry. I'm a man of faith, but this right here, I do not have faith in. No, because we have a Canadian PM trying to fight with political facts and the history of our relationship, and then we have the U.S. president fighting with his ego. I don't know how this is really going to work. And was this phone call, were they both alone when they spoke on the phone? Or did they have some people in the office with them? I'm pretty sure it's recorded somewhere. It gotta be. The way Trump moves, I know that phone call is recorded. And I don't know what Carney may have said, but I hope Trump doesn't try to, blackmail him. And, oh, this is the phone call. Da-da-da. This is what Carney said. So hopefully he didn't slip up and say anything that he may regret. The both of them. But I'm looking at how my president is. I don't know too much about Carney and his personality, but I know about my presidents and how he acts. I just don't want him exposing phone calls and everything. And, boy, this is what he said. This is this, trying to flip the script a little bit. You guys understand where I'm coming from, or am I kind of jumping to conclusions a little bit?
How do you avoid an Oval Office ambush like we saw happen to President Zelensky?
Look, I go there with the expectation of constructive, difficult, but constructive discussions. That's the spirit of the conversations that the President and I had. You go to these meetings well prepared, understanding the objectives of your counterpart, and always acting in the best interest of Canada, and we'll go from there.
In your second call with the President, did Mr. Trump outright say or insinuate at any point that Canada should become the 51st state?
He did not.
All right. We've heard Mr. Trump on April 23rd and his surrogates throughout the...
Why are you bringing it up? Oh, these reporters, man. Why are you bringing that up? You trying to start something when they meet up in person on Tuesday? Because what if Carney decides to bring that up throughout the meeting now? Come on. If Trump wanted to make that comment to Carney, he would have been did it face to face, or he will on Tuesday when that time comes. But don't put it in the back of Carney's head now. That's just gonna infuriate him, and I don't know if it's gonna change his intentions when coming into this meeting with Donald Trump, but it's definitely gonna be on his mind now. And I don't know if he's gonna question him about it now, because knowing Trump, he's going to say, and yes, I do think that Canada needs to be the... And then here we go. Forget settling our differences, okay? Now we're going to war. Now, I don't want this to turn into that. Why would the reporter even ask such a question, man?
The final days of the campaign reiterate the idea that they believe Canada should become the 51st state. On the campaign trail, you said on multiple occasions that respect for Canada would be one of the key things in terms of having a meeting with him. Do you think over the past few days we have seen respect for Canada from the Trump administration?
Look, I would...
No.
It's always important to distinguish want from reality. La volonté et la réalité, right? What someone wants and what is reality, and what the Canadian people clearly have stated, virtually without exception, is this will never, ever happen. And if any of the leaders of the party and their representatives would attest to that, I think the votes attest to it, I think the public dialogue attests to it as well. We are, we're meeting as heads of our government to discuss that partnership. Now, I'm not pretending those discussions will be easy, or they won't proceed in a straight line. There'll be zigs and zags, ups and downs.
Right.
But as I said in my remarks, I will fight for the best deal for Canada, and only accept the best deal for Canada, and take as much time that's necessary.
To my colleague's point, the White House's public position has continued to be that Canada should be the 51st state. You yourself have said that Donald Trump is trying to break Canada. Considering all that, how can you expect good faith negotiations when you travel to Washington next week?
Look, I think first I've had the direct conversation with him on whatever day it was, Tuesday, I guess it was, a couple of days ago. And we agreed to have those negotiations. Very clear discussion between us, as I said, very constructive. And
I didn't hear that before. He's going to the White House. All right. Forgive me. I may have missed that before. Carney is going to the White House to do this. All right. Okay.
I would say the time allocated to our meeting and the seniority of he's the president, so that's as senior as you get, but the other members of his administration who will be assisting at those meetings suggest the seriousness of the discussions. Again, we do not expect white smoke. out of that meeting. There'll be white smoke probably later somewhere else in the world this month, but do not expect that. But so that's the first thing, is just the level of, the direct dialogue, the discussion, the level of people there. The second point, I'll make it quickly, and thank you for restricting the question so others can get in, is that he respects, as others who are good negotiators, and he's one of the best negotiators, they respect strength. That's why we're building Canada strong. There's lots of reasons to build Canada strong, but the point is, and I will make this point repeatedly, we have more than enough to do here at home. That point about we can give ourselves more than the Americans can take away is absolutely right.
Yep.
We can have a bigger boost to our economy, to incomes, to jobs, by focusing on building one Canadian economy, by building these nation-building projects, by focusing on getting productivity up, by reducing government waste, by driving investment in this country. And so that is a good in and of itself. We're going to focus on that while we have these negotiations with the Americans. And if the negotiations with the Americans take longer,
So be it. Great minds think alike. We both said it at the same time. And so be it. Yeah. Yeah. Stand on business. Carney standing on business. And so be it. That is crazy. We said it at the same time, my man.
we've got more than enough to do here.
That is very true. Canada has more than enough to do for their own country. So he's basically saying that he's not really focusing too much about the what ifs, what may happen after this conversation him and Trump are going to have on Tuesday at the White House. I really didn't know he was going to Washington. Okay, now's my chance. Now's my chance. Maybe I should go to Washington, D.C. Maybe I should go to Washington, D.C. when Carney arrives, and just stand outside the White House just to be nosy. You guys might catch me on live TV or something, just standing there being nosy. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today to check out this fabulous video. This video was actually not recommended. I took it upon myself to go ahead and check this video out today because, boy, I really wanted to see how that phone call went. And I'm glad to hear that they will be meeting up this Tuesday at the White House in Washington, D.C. to have a conversation about this conflict, about these tariffs, about our relationship, man. Hopefully it all goes well. Everyone, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section how you think this will go, and do you hope for the better, or do you hope for the worst? Do you hope for Canada to just break away and be like, all right, we don't need you. We don't need you. Bye. Let me know in the comments down below, man. And please be honest. Please be honest when you explain your explanations in the comments down below. I don't judge nobody's opinion at all. I just give feedback based on what you tell me. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on so you don't miss another one of these reaction videos. Feel free to spam my comment section and use that suggestion link down below in my description if you would like to recommend some more of these intriguing videos for me, myself, to react to. Feel free to share this video and this channel to your friends and family members, whoever you feel may be interested in joining us along on a daily basis to check out some of these intriguing videos. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by today to check out this wonderful video with me today. And feel free to let me know how you think this meeting will actually go on Tuesday at the White House down below in the comment section. It means a lot. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.